There's really nothing that really brings the Christmas spirit, more than amaryllis bulbs. It's like every year I have so many people that come in and they've received an amaryllis bulb as a gift for the holidays, and they've watched it grow, and they've watched it send up a flower stem, and then they watch it bloom for weeks, and they come in and they just rave about it and how it's the best gift that they got all year. So it just, for us, amaryllis bulbs just kind of equal the holidays because they're just so memorable. We have so many people that just love them. We have lots of different colors, so they don't come just in orange and red, but we've got some beautiful pinks. This one is called Sweet Star. Very clear pink, really pretty. We've got dark burgundy like this red pearl. We have whites. We have mixtures of different colors where there's white and red or white and pink. So many different amaryllis to choose from. We have about 22, 23 different kinds of amaryllis to choose from, so lots of different varieties. But what we do here at Anderson's is we try and bring in the largest bulbs possible, because the bigger the bulb, the more flowers it's going to produce. And so we try and get like really, really big bulbs. This is a 34 centimeter bulb, and so it's large. And usually these big bulbs will produce 2 flower stems with 4 to 6 flowers per stem, and sometimes they'll put out a 3rd flower stem with 4 to 6 flowers on it. So it's not unusual to get 10 to 15 flowers on a bulb this size. So this is a 34 centimeter bulb, but we bring in some jumbos as well too, and this is a 40 centimeter bulb. You can see how big it is. I can almost barely get my hands all the way around it. These larger bulbs will produce 3 flower stems with 4 to 6 flowers on each stem, and in many cases they'll produce 4. And so 15 to 20 flowers off of a bulb of this size is not really all that uncommon. Sometimes we've even had more, but when they produce flowers, the flowers are just, they're massive, lots of color, and if you keep them in the right location in your home, they will bloom for a lot longer time period. So again, not unusual to get 20 flowers off of a bulb like this, but also to have it bloom for 6 weeks, so you can enjoy it for a really long time. So when you're potting up, we usually recommend you take your amaryllis bulbs and soak them in water, like room temperature water, just lukewarm water, for 18 to 24 hours. Just submerge them, and what it will do is it will rehydrate the root system on the bottom and get the bulb ready to really produce flowers. And so hydrate them, submerge them in water for 18 hours. Then what we do is we put a little paper towel down the bottom, fill it up with soil, and then you really want your bulb to fit in the pot so that there's about an inch of space between the edge of the pot and the bulb. So that 8-inch pot's going to be just like perfect for that size bulb. And here we've potted one. This is a mixed color. So this one's called Clown, and it's got orange and white petals to it. So the picture is very indicative of what it's going to look like. But as you can see, we put a little bit of fertilizer in there, used a nice high quality potting soil, and there's about an inch of soil around the outside of the bulb compared to where the edge of the pot is. And so that's just like perfect. Once we get them potted up, then make sure you water them thoroughly. That's why we've got a little saucer for the bottom. So make sure and water them thoroughly so the water drains out through. Don't leave the water in the saucer though. So once the water collects in the saucer after it's run through, sometimes I'll pour it back in so it will really hydrate the soil all the way through, and then collect that excess water again. Once you've collected all that excess water, maybe it takes 15 or 20 minutes or so, take that and dump it in the sink, or give it to another plant, or do something with it. Don't let it stand in water, because it'll pull the water back up from the bottom, and the soil at the bottom will be really soggy and wet, and your amaryllis won't perform as well when that soil's really soggy. To start off with, I only water it like once a week to get things going, until a flower bud like this one. We've got 2 flower buds, so there's one right here and there's one right there. When they get about 3 to 4 inches out of the soil, then we'll start watering them a little bit more frequently, maybe every 4 days or so, and then put them in a brightly lit location, but not where the sun's like right on them. We want indirect light. And put them in a more cool location in your house, and they will slow down. They won't grow quite as quickly. Put them in a warmer location, they'll come along a lot faster. But once they start to bloom, make sure and move them back to that cooler location, because then your flowers will last a lot longer. If they're in a really warm, sunny part of the house, those flowers are going to fade really quickly. So make sure and put them in a cooler location, and then you'll be able to enjoy your amaryllis bulb a lot longer throughout the holiday season. So it's not unusual for the bulbs to take a little bit longer. Some bulbs will come along a little bit faster, so be patient with them. Sometimes it's 3 to 4 weeks and they start putting out flowers. Sometimes it's 6 weeks, sometimes it's 8 weeks. So be patient with them. Sometimes they're a little bit slow to come along, but if you want them to move a little bit quicker, put them in that warmer location and it will speed things up. So amaryllis bulbs here at Anderson Seed and Garden, one of our favorite holiday traditions. We have lots of different colors. We have the biggest bulbs available that you can get, even bigger ones than this. And just remember, the larger the bulb, the more flowers you're going to get with the amaryllis. You'll be able to enjoy them a lot longer. So amaryllis bulbs here at Anderson Seed and Garden.